Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to a Blast from the Past review. Yes, I know, it's been a while since I've done one of these. It really has been a while since I've done one of these, and today I'm going to be doing a Royal Rumble event, because it's Royal Rumble season! So, what year am I doing this year, Patrick? Well, I am going to be doing the Royal Rumble from 2011, where they introduced the 40-man Royal Rumble. I remember it was either WWE 2, it was either WWE 12 or WWE 13. One of those two games actually had the 40-man Royal Rumble in the game. Like, obviously we can't do them, but it would be pretty cool if we kind of had those. Anyway, so yeah, this is going to be the year 2011, and we're going to be talking about the 2011 Royal Rumble event itself. So there's 4 matches on the card. Kind of ironic, it's kind of the same as this year, 4 matches on the card. The show kicked off with Edge defending the World Heavyweight title against Dolph Ziggler. This was during the period where WWE were trying to push Dolph Ziggler as a World Champion contender. Dolph Ziggler had Vicky Guerrero by his side. Oh god. If there's one thing more annoying, if there's anything more annoying, is Vicky Guerrero. So, this match had a stipulation on it where Vicky Guerrero banned the spear. Because Edge always used the spear to win these matches. So, she pretty much banned Edge from using the spear. And I think he still did. My memory of this matchup isn't very clear. I think he still actually did use the spear, even though it was not illegal for him to use it. And 2011, despite 2011 being one of my favorite years, because I look at 2011 as one of the fondest years in my heart. I kind of look at 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, and I guess a bit of 2012 and 2013 and 2014, kind of like my peak years as a wrestling fan, where I really loved it. But nowadays, not so much. And this is why I do these Blast of the Past reviews, to let you guys know these are the stuff that I actually enjoyed back in the time. I still think Edge used the spear. My memory isn't very clear. I remember Kelly Kelly getting involved in this. Getting involved. I think she attacked Vicky, because I think Vicky fired her, and she kind of got revenge, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head what happened. So, Kelly got involved with Vicky. She had, attacked Vicky. And because Vicky was down, Edge noticed that Vicky isn't going to see. So, Edge then uses the spear anyway. And 2011 was also the year we had to deal with annoying Michael Cole. That was one of the worst parts of 2011. I'm not going to lie. Michael Cole as a heel in 2011 was possibly the most nauseating thing I ever had to listen to, and I'm glad they don't do that anymore. And I'm glad they don't make the lead commentator annoying. I get why they wanted to make Michael Cole annoying, but because you're a heel commentator, you gotta be annoying. Yeah, well, in my opinion, you're a commentator. You shouldn't be biased. You shouldn't be a biased commentator. You shouldn't be an announcer that just be biased. I think the announcers should always be impartial and fair. So I always found Michael Cole annoying during this time period. That was the only that is the only bad part of 2011. Heel Michael Cole. That was the only real bad part. So Edge, he defeated Dolph Ziggler. I think he still used the spear in that match, if my memory serves correctly. We then had The Miz defend the WWE Championship against Randy Orton. Michael Cole's orgasm for The Miz is an all-time high here, and The Miz has Alex Riley by his side. Man, remember Alex Riley? Boy, oh boy, did that guy have a lot of potential. Man, oh man, Alex Riley, he had so much potential, man, but WWE had to waste it all away. The Miz, unfortunately, retained the WWE Championship because CM Punk got involved and he delivered the GTS to Orton to pretty much help The Miz retain the WWE Championship. The Miz also cashed in his briefcase on Randy Orton in 2010 when he was I think it was like a few months. I think it was like a month after. I think it was either like a month or maybe the show after Randy won the free or fired match where John Cena was the special guest referee. So yeah, Miz won due to outside interference. So he heads to WrestleMania with the WWE Championship. We then had a fatal four-way for the Divas Championship as Eve Torres took on champion Natalya. Yes, before Natalya was ever SmackDown Women's Champion, this was the last time she was champion. This was the last time she was ever champion. She was champion in 2010. So before she ever won the SmackDown Women's title, this was the only time Natalya was ever champion. It was Eve Torres versus champion Natalya versus Michelle McCool, Mrs. Undertaker, and Layla. Who remembers Layla? Wasn't the biggest fan of her, if I'm being completely honest. But the other three women, I was a fan of. I was a fan of Michelle McCool. I thought Michelle was a good wrestler. I do like Natalya, but nowadays she's kind of overstayed her welcome in WWE now, in my opinion. To me, I still like Natalya, but nowadays I think she's just overstayed her welcome at this point. Fans just do not care about Natalya anymore. As for Eve Torres, I've always liked Eve. I think she's like one of the most underappreciated women. Kind of alongside with Kelly Kelly, honestly. Like, those two were more, like, her and Kelly Kelly were kind of more berated for their looks. And that's kind of one of the annoying things I find about wrestling fans. Like, even if you want to say the wrestler isn't very good, one of the biggest complaints, especially with today, because NXT, I don't watch NXT, but NXT have got a lot of super attractive girls like Lola Vice, Carmen Petrovic, and etc., etc. And the main criticism I hear a lot of people say is that people like these certain women because, oh, they've got a nice body, they look so hot, they've got the long hair, they look so attractive. Like, you only like them because they're super good looking to look at, not because of their talent. It was the same thing here with Kelly Kelly and Eve, in my opinion. I felt it was the same way for Kelly and Eve. People berated them because they were like, oh, they're nothing but good looks and all this shit. They were nothing but good looks. They were terrible wrestlers. They were nothing but good looks. Even if you want to make that argument, I still say they were better wrestlers. They are still good wrestlers. I felt Kelly and Eve were two of the most underrated and most underappreciated women in professional wrestling during the Divas era. I know the Divas era gets looked at for, kind of gets mocked and made fun of a lot because, oh, they have short matches. Well, we now live in an era where if the women's match isn't Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, or Io, or if it's not like any kind of big major star, if you're not a big major star, like, if you're not Becky Lynch or any, like, the top women, you're only going to be getting at least 3 minutes. At least NXT, at least give their women at least chances to showcase their talent, even if the matches are still short. So people can't mock the women's era today, because the women's era today is sort of the same thing. We now see short-ass 3-minute matches, basically. So again, Natalya headed into this match as the champion. We saw Natalya deliver a double sharpshooter in this match on Eve and Layla. Fun fact, I want to give you guys a bit of an interesting fun fact. Eve Torres has only tapped out one time in her entire career. Same thing as Kelly Kelly. So, kind of a little interesting factor there. But anyway, Eve Torres won the match. She became the new Divas champion, but there was a bit of controversy. There's a bit of controversy here. Eve Torres pinned, I think she pinned Natalya. And I think she pinned Layla. And Michelle McCool pinned Natalya. There was like a double, like both women, like both Eve and Michelle had the cover. And the referee awarded the match to Eve because the referee saw Eve pin Layla. At least I think that's how the match went. I can't remember, I haven't seen the match in a while. I think the match went with Eve pinning Layla, and Michelle had Natalya pinned, and the referee only saw Eve pin. So yeah, I think that's what happened. I think the ending was that Eve pinned Layla and Michelle pinned Natalya, and the referee only saw Eve pinning Layla, and the referee didn't see Michelle pinning Natalya. So the referee awarded the match to Eve because the referee never saw Michelle pinning Natalya. So they created a bit of a controversial ending there. So next up we have the 40-man over the top rope battle royal. Oh boy, oh boy. 40 participants. I am going to go over every single entry because why the hell not? Why the hell not? Let's just go over every single one. Entrant number 1 was CM Punk. This wasn't the first time he entered at number 1. I think this was the first time he entered number 1, but he also entered number 1 in the 2014 Royal Rumble. Please don't have him come out at number 30 this year, Triple H. I'm begging you. Number 2 was Daniel Bryan. So CM Punk and Daniel Bryan were the number 1 and number 2 entrants in the Royal Rumble match. And entrant number 3 was Justin Gabriel. He gets chucked out in under a minute at the hands of Daniel Bryan. Entry number 4 is Radio Zack Ryder. He's also quickly eliminated by Daniel Bryan in 43 seconds. So let's get the jobbers out of the way, I guess. Entry number 3 was William Regal. Entry number 5 was William Regal. Entry number 6 was Ted DiBiase. William Regal was then the third guy eliminated. He was eliminated by Ted. I guess I'm not going to go over every single elimination here, because then this video review would just take too damn long. So John Morrison came out at number 7. Yoshitatsu came in at number 8. Husky Harris, rest in peace, Mr. Harris, aka Bray Wyatt. He comes out at number 9. At number 10. And number 10 is Chavo Guerrero. Number 11 is Mark Henry. Number 12 is JTG. Number 13 is Michael McGillicuddy. Number 14, to the masterpiece, Chris Masters. Number 15, David Otunga. And when David Otunga got in the ring, this was where they had the new Nexus, because CM Punk's a part of the new Nexus. So it's Punk, Otunga, Harris, and McGillicuddy. Michael McGillicuddy is also known as Curtis Axel, for those who don't know. And this is kind of where they started having the new Nexus start dominating the Royal Rumble, chucking everyone over. Like Tyler Rex would come in. He's actually now a female, by the way. If anyone knows that. Tyler Rex, he's actually now a woman. I know, I was surprised too. But yeah, Tyler Rex, he came in. He was gone a few seconds by the New Nexus. Kozlov came in. He was quickly eliminated by New Nexus. R-Truth came in. He was then quickly eliminated. So this is kind of where, you know, the New Nexus kind of dominate. This is where the New Nexus really just begin to dominate. And Great Khali comes in next at number 19. Then number 20 is Mason Ryan, the final member of the New Nexus. And Mason Ryan takes out... Mason Ryan then takes out the Great Khali. Booker T is a surprise entrant, because of course he is. If there is one big major complaint that I have, is that Booker T is just your average surprise entrant nowadays. It feels like every year Booker T is a surprise entrant. Because look, Booker T was a surprise entrant in 2011, and then in 2012, he entered the Royal Rumble again in 2012. Like, Booker T, he's just your average surprise entrant. He's your average surprise entrant. He is always the surprise entrant. And I wish, and I do not want to hear, "Can you dig it, sucker?" in the 2024 Royal Rumble, please. Can we go through a Royal Rumble without Booker T being the surprise entrant? Please? Please? I'm begging you. Because Booker T is always the surprise entrance in the Royal Rumble. That's my biggest complaint. But Booker T takes him out, and then when John Cena enters the fray at number 22, John Cena cleans house. He takes out all the members of the Nexus: David Otunga, Husky Harris, Michael McGillicuddy, and Mason Ryan, and of course even CM Punk. He takes them all out. He takes all of them out of the match. He takes them all out, and yeah, he cleans out. He pretty much takes out all the members of the New Nexus. Well, actually, that is incorrect. The Great Khali eliminated Husky Harris. The commentators made it sound like John Cena achieved in his mission and eliminated every single member of the New Nexus, but the Great Khali actually eliminated Husky Harris. So technically, he didn't achieve his mission. And now they do it again. And now they do it again. And now they kind of do it again with the, "Oh, let's just have jobbers come out and get beat up." They do it again. This time they do it with Tyson Kidd. He comes in, gets beat up by Cena, and Hornswoggle, because Hornswoggle comes in the match. Little Hornswoggle, he comes in the match. And obviously John Cena doesn't beat up little men because he's an inspiration to everybody. Then Cena and Hornswoggle, they just eliminate Tyson Kidd and Heath Slater. That's another big problem, that they're doing the whole thing again. But this time with Tyson Kidd and Heath Slater. Once you're a jobber, always a jobber. But then came Kofi Kingston, and we were finally starting to tone things down with the quick eliminations. And I think this is probably why they've never done a 40-man Royal Rumble match again. Because if they do a 40-man Royal Rumble, then they're going to have to do a lot of domination eliminations. So then we get Kofi Kingston at 26, Jack Swagger at 27, all hail King Sheamus at 28. Yes, Sheamus was King of the Ring winner during that time period. Rey Mysterio came out at 29, and Wade Barrett came out at number 30. And this is usually where we kind of end our experience with the Royal Rumble, but no, we're still going. We are still going. At this point, I'm not going to go over the eliminations because I just can't be buggered. But number 31 was Dolph Ziggler. Number 32 was Kevin Nash / Diesel. Yeah. There were only 2 surprise entrants in this match. That being Booker T and Kevin Nash. It's actually crazy that they had a 40-man Royal Rumble and they only had room for 2 surprise entrances. But then in 2012, they did a lot of surprise entrances. So I guess less is better than more. So after Diesel, we then had Drew McIntyre. Number 34 was Alex Riley. Alex Riley, his elimination, when he got eliminated by John Cena, he actually wasn't supposed to get eliminated. I think he was supposed to eliminate John Cena. I can't be 100% sure, but I've heard people say when Alex Riley got eliminated, it was a botch. Like, he was supposed to hang on, but he fell out of the ring. He got eliminated and all that. So they rehearsed everything by having The Miz eliminate John Cena instead. So I think Alex Riley was supposed to eliminate Cena, but because Alex Riley accidentally got himself eliminated, they had to rehearse it. That's what I was told. I don't shoot the messenger, that's just what I was told. I don't know if that was true in any shape or form. Big Show at number 35. Ezekiel Jackson at 26. This is what you call domination. Santino Marella at number 37. Alberto Del Dipshit at 38. Randy Orton at 39. And of course the last entry was Kane at number 40. Now, of course they'd have Kane be the last guy in the Rumble match, in a historic Royal Rumble match. But yeah, I think this is why they don't do these kind of matches again, because it's obviously too long. The eventual winner was Alberto Del Dipshit. He won the match. By last eliminating Santino Marella. Well, he last eliminated Orton, but Santino got knocked out of the ring, and then he came back in, and WWE trolled everybody by almost having Santino Marella win the Royal Rumble match. But instead, Alberto eliminated Santino, and Alberto goes on to WrestleMania to pretty much open the show at WrestleMania. One of the biggest things I hated so much was the commentators say that the winner of the Royal Rumble goes on to main event WrestleMania, but yet Alberto Del Rio, who was supposed to main event the pay-per-view, they had him open the show against Edge. And I don't like that. I think that is really, really dumb. Like, why say the winner of the Royal Rumble main events WrestleMania, but they don't main event WrestleMania? Like, they gave the main event to freaking John Cena and The Miz. They put The Miz in the main event spot over the person that actually, earned the right to main event WrestleMania. Look, I don't like Alberto either, but I feel if you're the winner of the Royal Rumble, you should be guaranteed the WrestleMania main event spot. Which is why I didn't like that Rhea Ripley and Charlotte didn't get the main event spot, because Rhea won the Royal Rumble. She earned the right to main event WrestleMania. I feel if you win the Royal Rumble, you should absolutely main event the show. I don't care who the hell deserves it more. I feel if you're the Royal Rumble winner, you main event the show. I don't care who deserved it more. If you win the Royal Rumble, you should always main event the show. That's how I look at it. It's my opinion. That's how I look at it. But because I guess they can't, then that would mean the women would have to main event night too. Which I guess that's probably the problem. So they've now made the situation worse with the women's Royal Rumble matches. Though that the women's Royal Rumbles are great, but now you've added a bigger problem by having... but now we got 2 WrestleMania winners that are supposed to main event WrestleMania, but then only one of them end up main eventing, and the other one just doesn't main event at all. So, in my humble opinion, if you win the Royal Rumble match, you should always main event WrestleMania. That's the end of this Blast from the Past, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, And I will see you all next time.